go. Well, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm back on the iPhone 8 Plus. After a day or two with the p30 Pro, I just didn't like it. I don't know what the hubbub is about the camera, whatever. I took a bunch of photos by the pool, inside the house, different settings, different lighting, just a bunch of different scenarios, and put them on the computer and blew them up and whatever. And man, I just was not impressed. I'm not one of these photography nerds like Marcus Brownlee or Stallman or any of those guys, but to my eye, the 8 Plus is comparable. I mean, it doesn't have the super zoom, and it doesn't have ultra wide, and it doesn't have a lot of stuff that I think it probably should. But I don't know. I didn't, there were other things I didn't like about the phone either. I didn't like the gestures. I don't like its iPhone kind of setup where, there's not really an app drawer, which maybe I completely missed that. But I don't know. I didn't like the way the phone was set up. And the selfie portrait mode was pretty crappy. Which I thought was kind of odd because the cameras were supposed to be the draw, but maybe it's the front-facing cameras. I don't know, not the selfie camera. But man, I couldn't get much bokeh at all, unless I put some crazy filter on, like where the lights behind me turn to hearts and whatever. But clearly, that's not my thing. But anyway, so I ordered a XS Max today. Gonna try that out because as much as I don't like Apple, I said in a previous video, I can't do as much on Apple as I can do on Android, but what little Apple does, they do really well. And one of the things that I'm learning that I probably would have a hard time living without is the Apple Watch. I got a Series 3 Nike. It's just amazing. I can talk on the phone. I got cell service. I don't have to carry my phone around everywhere. It's really good about, it's just really productive. GPS is accurate. It's quick. It keeps track of my heart. I mean, anything I would want it to do in a watch, this thing does. And I also have a Galaxy watch, and not only is it like big and clunky, which is not bad. I don't mind a big watch, but it's nowhere near as easy to use as an Apple Watch. It's like night and day difference. So as much as I dislike iOS, the Apple Watch more than makes up for it, in my opinion. And this is coming, man. I've had Android since the iPhone 4 came out. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on this channel, but when I had the 3, the 3GS, the 4, no, maybe it was the 4S. No, it was the 5. Sorry, I had iPhone up until 5, and by 5 I realized that iPhone wasn't changing. It was just different hardware and the same unchanged software. I mean, we couldn't even copy and paste up until iPhone 4S, maybe 5. So I felt like Apple kind of lost their innovation a little bit. I switched to an HTC Evo on Sprint and loved that phone. I mean, it was amazing. I could do everything that I ever wanted to do on a cell phone and then some. And I think as time has gone on, I've had Android since then. I don't know how many years that is, 7, 8 years. And never even looked back. I've used my wife's iPhone. She has an XR. Never really liked it, But as I've gotten to use it, and with just, the problems with Samsung that I've had, and different things, I think I'm going to go to the easier, more usable phone which is the XS Max, and keep the Apple Watch, because the thought of switching back to Android and having to get rid of this watch is just too much for me to think about right now. So anyway, that's not to say I won't go out and get the OnePlus 7 Pro or Pixel 4 or whatever, and maybe even Note 10. You know, we'll see how Samsung does with that. But for right now, I'm going to be an Apple guy. I'm not a fanboy. I really dislike iOS, but it does enough well to get me to stay with it. And you know, I got a good deal on one, so I'm not paying, you know, $1,200 or whatever. But anyway, plus I see other people on, you know, Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and whatever. I mean, they shoot, you know, movie quality stuff on those phones. And Adobe Rush, you know, you can edit pretty well on them. I have a MacBook Pro that I never use that maybe I'll dig into that. I hate it because it's not Windows, and to me it's not intuitive. But anyway, I'm going to dig into that ecosystem for a little while. And it'll be nice because all the chargers in the house will either be wireless or Apple, which makes it nice. But anyway, so that's that. The p30 Pro is for sale. Black, international unlocked, dual SIM, 256 gigabyte. If you're interested in buying that, let me know. Probably $800, $900, something like that. It's a day old, 2 days old. I actually used it for a day. And I'll also be getting rid of the Galaxy Watch, because by the time I go back to Android, if I do, they'll be the next best thing out already. So I'm not going to hang on to hardware that's just going to depreciate. So anyway, other than that, you know, hope everybody's doing well. Oh, and I'm still working on my debunking the flat Earth with an iPhone 8 Plus video. Still waiting on some information from Patrick Air Force Base. I don't know that they'll ever get back to me. I'll give them another couple days, and if they haven't gotten back to me by Monday, I'm just going to estimate on some stuff, and it won't really make a difference. But it, you know, some people are going to argue height of buildings and stuff like that, but it's not. There's really no arguing it, and I mean, feel free to argue it. I love it, but it's going to be pretty conclusive. But anyway, take care, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, bitch, moan, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want. I love it all. See ya.